Good morning, ladies. Happy Friday. I actually wasn't going to do a live stream today, but I read Tracy's question I think it was on my last video, and I started typing a response, and I was like, I just have to hop on live and answer this because I think it's such a beautiful, ironic question for me. And I wanted to talk to you about it. Like, what does it look like for you to show up as you on video? And really the bigger question is, what does it look like for you to show up as you in your business authentically? But I'm going to approach it from the video aspect, and I think you'll be able to apply it to your business too. I love, Tracy, that you even asked this question, honestly, because ironically, one of my biggest fears in showing up on video was that I would be too animated or too, like, your question was, how do you show up so like vibrantly and animated on video? And one of my biggest fears in starting being on video and stuff was that I would be too vibrant or too animated. And so it's interesting that you pointed that out, that you like that about my videos, and you're wondering, how do I do that? Where that was a thing originally that I was terrified about to be on video. And P.S., if you're here with me live, let me know and say hello. So I think that this is the wrong question, right, Tracy? It's not, how do I show up like Anna shows up on camera, or how do I show up more animated or more energized? But I think the right question you need to be asking, Tracy, hello, Tara. I'm so glad you're here with me. Good morning. I think the question for you, Tracy, is how do I show up not more animated or more like Anna would, but how do I show up? Hello, Lydia. Welcome. Good morning. Yay, Jamie's here too. It's a party. Good morning, Hannah. But I think you're fine, Jamie. I'm glad that I was going to say I get to see your face, but I'm glad you get to see my face this morning. But anyway, Tracy, I think the question for you is not how do I show up more animated or more like Anna does, but how do I show up more as me, right? We all have this something in our business where we feel like we're too blank or not blank enough. And this is life, right? As women, we feel like, we look at other women around us or other people around us or other business owners, and we say, I'm too this, like I need to lose this part of me, or I'm not blank enough. I need to add this part of me in order to feel more confident and fully me. But that's not the case. So the answer, Tracy, to how I can show up for 20 minutes on video and be energized and animated is because that's me. And that is I don't have to force that. I'm just naturally positive. I have the envy of people who are more serious and appear like they're coming across this is just vulnerable and honest of me, with more authority. And so I think for me, giving myself permission that I don't have to be really serious and monotone and I don't know, what I had pictured of, I feel like I am too animated. I'm not serious enough, right? I had to get those out of the way so that I could show up for a long time on video in a way that's not exhausting to me, because it's just me. That's just who I am. And so I think for you, it's looking at, whatever it is for you, how do you show up as more of you? Good morning. I love seeing all you guys on here. Yay, how are you doing? How is your group launch going? That is so exciting. She's launching an amazing group coaching program. You guys should check it out. But anyway, so feel free to, if any of this is resonant, tell me in the comments, what it is for you. What do you feel like you're too blank or not blank enough on camera, but also in your business? So I'll put those prompts in here later today too, but if you feel like I'm too blank or I'm not blank enough. And it's really getting those things out of the way so that you can show up authentically, because that is what people want to connect with you on video. If you're not naturally positive and animated like I am, that's going to be weird and forced on camera. Just like for me, if I were to, in the beginning of my business, I wanted to be more serious and authoritative. That's how I felt like I should be showing up. If I were to have done that, it would feel forced and awkward. It wouldn't be good. And not everyone's going to like your style. When you show up as your authentic self, not everyone's going to like that. And that's okay, right? But I think the good thing is at least the people that don't like my authentic self, that's better than me faking something and then people not liking something that's not even me. Does that make sense? So at least when we show up as us, we're giving people the chance and the permission to actually see what we are and what we have to offer so that they can take it or leave it. And the people that are taking it are getting the honest truth, and the people that are leaving it aren't rejecting something that's fake. That may have been kind of confusing. Yes, basically authenticity. Yes. So Tracy, my answer to your beautiful, brilliant, vulnerable question is just be more of you authentically on camera. That is the answer. I'd rather lose for who I am than who I ain't. Totally. I love that quote. Is that from a song? Oh, yeah. I've never heard that song before. You'll have to post the YouTube link. We'll have to look at that. Okay, so besides that, do you guys have any questions for me this morning on what it looks like to show up on video in a way that's authentic? I think another brilliant thing just in life. One of my favorite book quotes, I don't remember what book it's from, but talks about the more we show up as us in life as women, it actually empowers other women not to be more like us, but to be more like them. And I think that's leadership, right? True leadership isn't saying like, this is the one formula, this is what it looks like to be a good leader, a good business owner. But I think as we shine as women and we're authentic, it empowers women to be more of who they are and grow deeper into their skin. And so that, Tracy, is what I hope that I inspire you guys to do, is not to do exactly what I'm doing in my business. You know, maybe you don't love being on video as long as it's not a block. If it's a block, we need to get rid of it. But maybe you just shine in your writing, and that's great. Like, I hope that what I do well and what I rock in my business and what I show up confidently in inspires you to confidently show up in who you are and what you're doing, even if that looks different. And in fact, it should look different because you're a different person. And I think that's beautiful and bold. So thank you, Tracy. I think even your question reminded me that it kind of like was a trip down memory lane for me. When you asked me like, how do you show up so animated on camera? I was like, that is so funny, because in the beginning of my business, I hated that. Like, I hated that about myself. But that's what makes me me. And the people that follow and come with me will like that about me. And so, Tracy, whatever it is about you and whatever it looks like to show up authentically, people will love that about you. Like, there's already like 5 things I couldn't mention, but maybe they're personal, so I won't. Yes. Yay, Molly, glad to have you here. So tell me what it looks like for you guys to show up as you authentically in your business. And even if you guys are watching the rebroadcast, tell me what in your mind, either in life or in business, do you feel like I'm too blank or I'm not blank enough? Those are the things we need to get out of the way so that we can just be us. When you're true to yourself, you give permission for others to be their true selves. So true. For them to be true to themselves. I love that. Okay, well, I hope you guys have a beautiful Friday. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. And thank you, Tracy, for the reminder. I think it was a reminder for me to keep showing up as me. Because it's hard for me, too. Because I think we have fears around, like, all these things, right? That I'm too this, I'm not this enough. I still find it scary to do, but I will give it a try. Do you happen to know if there's okay, Leslie. So you're asking, like, about the nuts and bolts of, like, actually going live, doing live streaming. I have a freebie for you. I will post with 7 tips. They're kind of like tech tips, but also practical tips and confidence tips, like writing notes on a 3x5 card, putting your phone on do not disturb mode so you don't get bothered by a text message and your thing gets put on pause, which I don't even know if I did that this time. But I will post that for you. But yeah, get the nuts and bolts out of the way. And this is my biggest, specifically for like showing up on live stream. My biggest tip for you is to just get it out of the way. Like, you should probably just do it today and rip the Band-Aid off. But do it around something that's not intimidating. Like, don't teach or don't make it this big thing for your first live stream. Do something you feel comfortable with. Like, maybe you want to do a tour of your backyard. I don't know. But something where you feel like it's not a lot of pressure on you personally. Good morning, Christine. Yes, happy Friday to you too. And feel free to, I have another probably like 3 minutes, so feel free to pop in your questions if you have specific questions on like more the logistics of live streaming and showing up or being brave to show up on camera. But yeah, do something that's low pressure. Like you don't have to be doing anything, especially for your first live stream. I'm not blank enough, but understanding that you are enough empowers you to be authentic. That's so true. Yay. Leslie, tell me when in the comments below you're going to do your first live stream so that I can hold you accountable. I would love if any of you guys are like, I think I just need to do it. Like, I think, forget about my authentic self. I think I just first need to be brave and take the action step to just try it out. And the good news is this is what I love about starting out in business is you're starting out small. And so you're probably just going to have one person on there. So it's low pressure. Or maybe nobody. And that's great. It's just space for you to practice and get brave and bold and courageous. Try it on your own page. Be silly. Yes, totally. Yay, Leslie, thank you. Please post when it is so we can keep you accountable. And if any of you ladies have questions practically about live streaming or want us to keep you accountable to a specific date to go live, I would love to do that for you. It does get easier over time, I promise. Good. Yes, she says, I was so scared to do live video, but once I did it, I found it to be really fun. Totally. Totally. I think in many ways, it's just something that you have to do and practice and be brave on. Okay. Hope you guys have a great Friday, and I will see you in the group this weekend.